Ann is, I'm not making her sign a prenup. I'm making her sign an NDA.
I don't even where the things you get into in your week to week. It just blows my mind.
Like she can't disclose. I don't even want her telling people that I'm with her.
Yeah, just don't give her your real name.
Yeah, no, I haven't given her.
Drew Kirkland.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Andrew Curlin here with Dalton Greco, and Travis is hiding behind his hand.
He was not a fan of that joke.
I think he was.
No, zero. The opposite.
Come on, that was funny.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I give that a solid 5 thumbs
Zero.
down.
Think about it.
Zero thumbs down.
Like, I'm not making her sign a prenup. I'm making her sign an NDA. Like,
stop.
It's not even the same
Correct.
thing.
I'm going to need you to just move on.
Listen, Brandon and I think it was me and Brandon, we cooked that joke up earlier this week, and I thought it was hilarious. So, I don't know. You tell me.
No.
You guys tell me what you think.
It was all right. Anyways, NASCAR.
Oh, man. Well, welcome to Dirty Mo Live. Appreciate you tuning in here. We're going to Bristol. We recapped last week.
You guys are literally going to Bristol.
We're
we are
literally
going to Bristol.
Yeah, Dalton and I will be at the Ultimate Experience, which I can't wait for. By the way, I've never been to Bristol. Have you? Have you been to Bristol?
No, I've never been to Bristol.
Hell yeah.
Been to Tennessee plenty of times, but never Bristol.
So neither of us, we're going to both experience our first Bristol race.
My dad used to go every year. They had season tickets and never brought me, so Mom's my favorite.
Question.
I'm just kidding. Totally.
Yeah.
Season tickets?
Yeah, he did. Not season tickets. I'm sorry. They had tickets every year. You used to have to reserve them.
Okay,
yeah,
I had a lot of questions there.
It was like the same tickets they got every year. It was the whole deal. There used to be a wait list for Bristol. Like you could not get tickets to go to Bristol. So that's what I meant.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's equivalent to kind of season tickets,
but not
really. Yeah, it's just one race.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Good job.
So we're going. We got the tickets. We're gonna be in the suite. So anyone who's gonna be at the Dirty Mo suite, we're looking forward to.
Yeah, if you're on the chat right now and you're gonna go, let us know.
There was a guy who said he was there last year.
Cam said he was. Yes.
And he said Fireball, baby.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to get some Fireball.
We can make it. We can make that work.
Yeah.
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 Going to Bristol.
Hold on. Yeah. Before we, I guess, get into Bristol, a lot happened at Kansas. And by the way, I want to say last week I said I don't know who it's gonna be. But some big playoff driver is going to get into a lot of trouble. He's going to have some problems, and it's going to be what we're going to be talking about this week. I didn't know it was going to be Martin Truex Jr., but it ended up being Martin Truex Jr. He's down for the count, -7 in the points. By the way, not only was I right about that, I also picked the winner, Tyler Reddick, to move on. So it was a pretty good week for me previewing the show. For Kansas, I can't wait to see what I say for Bristol because that's got to be what happens, right?
Yeah, Travis and I owe you some Bojangles.
No need to have the race NASCAR. Just listen to Curlin.
Exactly.
But a lot to unpack. I want to start with Chase Elliott versus Kyle Larson because this was a big topic of conversation on Door Bumper Clear, on the download. Did Denny talk about it at all?
Denny got into it a little bit, but not as much as.
So where do you guys stand on the whole thing? Obviously, they're teammates. I mean, do they like each other or not? That's kind of the big
they like each other
question that everyone's asking. It seems like Chase and Larson don't like each other, but stance on how that all went down. Travis, I want to start with you.
So mine is everyone was freaking out about Chase dooring Kyle and then not saying nothing happened to the dooring of Kyle Larson. Why is it an issue that Chase did that under caution, but when Kyle Larson did to Denny Hamlin, nobody cared about it? It was a non-issue. Then why is this an issue that Elliott did it to Larson?
I think it's more of Chase downplaying the whole thing at the end of the race.
Chase Elliott is not going to give the media anything to talk about.
Yeah.
He's going to go, and Hendrick is the Yankees. They're going to keep it in-house. Like, why is anybody shocked that when has Chase Elliott gone out and given a quote that has made the rounds in the media for what he said?
I think the last time one of his quotes was taken like into the media bigger than something like this was when Noah and Ross got in that fight. And through like from behind.
Oh.
And Chase wasn't even on mic. From behind,
He was like, "Hey, good stuff."
someone had to go do it.
Yeah.
That was like the last thing I remember him saying.
He's not
what
going
was.
to, and we're in the media, and I hate it. But guess what? It's not his job.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think if you thought that Chase was going to comment and give you this illustrious, oh yeah, I meant to do. He needs to get. It wasn't going to happen.
Yes, sure. That's one thing, but the fact that, and again, this is kind of, we titled the DBC podcast after this, is like, you can't deny that nothing happened. Like,
That's
at least
fair.
Larson spoke to it, and he's like, I can see why he was upset. But for Chase, I don't know. It's just,
I would have loved a sly like, I just was going to warm up the tires.
and here's the thing. This is where I go back and forth. Because, yes, all right, no one owes the media anything. But at the same time, it's like, we're all in this together to grow the sport. And with Chase being the sport's most popular driver, for him to be that closed off,
But can
I would
you?
I just want to know the reasons behind it. Is it just that he doesn't want to interact with the media? Is it something related to this year?
He's not a big fan of the media to begin with. He's a year that he hates. He's frustrated. He wants to probably be done with it, so he's not going to give anything. Like, he's also the most popular driver, so like, does he really, like, if he's the most popular driver and doesn't go out there and give a lot, like, is that his fault? Like, he's the most popular driver, so like, he doesn't have to.
Yeah, I think he's already been suspended once this year, right? And I think that's in the back of his mind. He saw what happened to Denny. I don't think there's any shot that he takes a chance at having that happen again. And so yeah, just no, there was no problem. I don't know what you're talking about. I think that's what it was.
And again, and someone says we're blowing this out of proportion. Cam said that. It was more of a misunderstanding that got blown out of proportion.
Probably.
So,
I
yes,
think
I agree.
Cam's 100% right on that one.
But I think Chase being so close, if Chase gave the same type of quote as Larson did, I mean, Larson didn't really add too much. He just said, I can understand why he's mad. If Chase just acknowledged it and gave some sort of simple answer, we wouldn't be talking about it.
But Chase at the moment didn't have that knowledge of what happened on pit road that Kyle had.
And more of what I'm getting at is Chase not being willing to open up in general. Because I think this isn't just a specific, and again, sure, he doesn't owe us anything, but I mean, I want drivers to be able to speak their minds more. And maybe that's just Chase not wanting to really speak his mind. Maybe it's a result of Denny Hamlin's penalty, and I would be afraid to share anything.
I wouldn't say anything.
Like if even if there was intent to go swerve at Larson, could that be taken as far as race manipulation?
Yeah.
Like I just want to know, and this isn't even at Chase anymore, but I just want to know, where is the censorship coming from and the root of it?
I think that's
I think it depends on who you are, because Corey LaJoy went on his podcast and said things and nothing happened to him.
Right,
so I think
but
that's
it was
also,
a NASCAR podcast.
But I think it's also, I think the fact that it was also with a teammate, he's not going to go out there, whether or not they get along.
And stir up.
They could be Derek Jeter and Alex Rodriguez with the Yankees. He's not going to go out into the public and talk about it in-house. That maybe, well, I don't know. But he's at least, Chase Elliott is smart and calculated, and he's not going to make one misstep with his words. He just isn't.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways.
But hey, I love it.
I'm here for it. I want more rivalries.
I would love it.
I want owners fighting each other.
Dude, I would love an in-house rivalry.
Yeah.
Like Chase versus Larson. Like, who said teammates have to get along all the time?
Yeah.
I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great. Anyways, we covered that. But let's get into Bristol here. By the way, I read a comment. I don't know who they're referring to. Canna, Baker. Maybe you could be more specific. You said this guy is more annoying than Denny Hamlin. Are you referring to Chase?
Or me.
Or you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would actually be curious.
Yeah, I'd like to know whether or not I support that argument or not.
So yeah, let's get into Bristol.
Hold on. Let's go to Truex, though. A little bit of
All
last
right.
week.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, can you get any more
Talk about that
unlucky?
that was the equivalent of Aaron Rodgers. Like what happened to
It really was. Aaron Rodgers went 4 plays. He went like 5 laps.
He went
He
3/4 of
four
a lap.
laps.
Yeah.
He had
like,
three
oh,
or four
man.
laps. That's
And
the
you
Aaron
know what? There's
Rodgers
kind of an
effect.
argument that Martin Truex Jr. is the Aaron Rodgers of NASCAR. This salty veteran with the beard, kind of
Yeah, it
doesn't
was
give a
one
crap.
race.
There's a little
Difference is Truex is going to be back this
Yeah, I
weekend.
Yeah, but the difference is that race could be his season.
that
Yeah,
could be
no,
his
that's true.
Achilles heel.
Sorry.
Sorry, that's the social media brain.
But I mean, think about it.
Sorry.
He didn't do anything
Yeah,
bad.
it's
He
tough.
drove over something most likely, I think, Denny said, probably on pit lane when he drove through. He probably drove over something. That's how he got the puncture. It's not like he did something.
Yeah.
Here's what's going to be interesting about the 19 this weekend at Bristol is for the rest of the field, probably including his teammates at Joe Gibbs Racing. Behind closed doors, I'm sure everyone is excited to see the potential of the 19 car not making it any further than the round of 16 because of that issue at Kansas. Now, again, he's only 7 back. We have seen people come back from 7. We have also seen big-name drivers and a lot of trouble, calamity happen at Bristol. There's a reason this is the 3rd race, an elimination race. It's a wild card type event. But for him to be 7 down going into that race, I'm sure that the field is excited about that, and they're not going to cut him any slack.
No.
How does Truex approach this? Does he approach it business as usual? I feel like you would have to go for stage points in this. He for maybe the first time all year is going to be racing differently, not necessarily going for the win, but he is going to be point racing
He's
his
got
way
to get
through
those stage
Bristol.
points. But
Yeah.
to your point, I can count on one hand the people that are rooting for Martin Truex.
No.
Like he's got no
19 team.
The 19 team.
Oh, like in the sport.
Yeah, Joe
Yeah, I
Gibbs.
gotcha.
Whoever the Bass Pro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
But
else?
again, like,
Johnny Morris. too.
Sure, I'm sure even his teammates. What's
None of
what's
those.
the difference?
They don't want to see him advance.
Yeah.
No, it's every man for himself right now.
Like if
There's
you're
no
like the
team
true
alliances.
competitor in you doesn't want to see that 19.
Well, because here's the other thing: is if he advances, guess what? When they go to the next round, he's back at the top
Yeah.
because they reset, and he'll still carry all those points.
Yeah.
Man.
And if anything, if he's not racing for anything but a win, he might cut you, the playoff driver, more slack than if he was racing against you for the championship. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Predictions. I mean, should Truex be scared? If we take a look at his Bristol stats, they're not necessarily the sexiest stats on the top
That's
16
what
here.
Eric Zeisman just said. Toyota's had a problem last year at Bristol too.
Also, Dalton Cam said too soon, I think, with the Achilles joke.
I'm sorry. It's
too
one of those
soon.
things. I
So
need to
wait and make
filter.
it again at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, Truex's stats,
He's
he's
got a leg
below
up
the
on
cut line,
competition.
-7. He's got 32 starts, 0 wins, only 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s, and the scariest stat of all, among the 16 drivers, tied for the most DNFs at Bristol, tied with Kyle Busch, which is also an interesting stat line there. Average finish at 20.8. I mean, I feel like if I'm the 19 team, sure, you got to go in with some confidence. The mojo that you brought in with the playoffs being the regular season champ, being the top of the standings a lot of the season. You got to bring that confidence in, but if we're looking specifically at the track, you got to be worried.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if there's anybody in the sport that can just unload fast and whoop ass, it's Martin Truex. So I don't know if Bristol's necessarily his the most favorable place to do that, obviously based off statistics here. But I wouldn't count him out. I'm not counting him out by any means. Again, this is where that seniority comes in over what decisions can he make and his team make that are going to be more suited for a championship caliber team than someone who's further down the list or even above him.
This is going to
sense.
be a championship defining race.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got to race his way forward to get in, but if they can really hunker down and race their way in, then Truex becomes the ultimate threat. Because if he was able to overcome Bristol, backs against the wall type race, I mean, it's not a must-win, but not your best racetrack statistically and come through and win, then you seriously have to consider Truex as, I mean, he already was a favorite going into the playoffs, but boy, that would send a statement.
Yeah. I don't know.
So on Actions Detrimental this week, Denny was talking about the bubble versus the nervous bubble.
I like
and
that.
Drivers, and he said,
What's
so who do you think should be nervous going into this weekend?
I would
give me
say
the highest. Give me the highest driver you think should be nervous.
Ross Chastain. He's plus 18.
Dalton.
Just for those at home who don't have the points in front of
Man,
them.
I don't know. Bristol is, someone alluded to this. I think it was Dale, but Bristol's kind of like a Daytona or Talladega. Anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think unless you're, I would maybe say Brad Keselowski.
Plus 33.
So he said Brad should be good. He said anybody Blaney and down, they're nervous.
I would be.
But think about this: for Martin to get in, he's either got to outrace Harvick, Logano.
Yeah, Harvick's
Bell,
a killer.
Buescher. Like he's
at
like
Bristol.
that's the thing when you get to the playoffs. Like
right.
there's not
That's a good point.
there's not a driver that is. They're all good and they're all going to be up there at the top.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. Bell. I mean,
And if those Fords unload,
what's interesting about Bell's stats is he doesn't necessarily have the stats to show for it.
Yeah.
But he's always a front runner. Just can't necessarily put
he just
those
can't
races
close.
right
together.
now he just can't get a pit crew to make
Well,
a
that-
One
stop.
top 5, 2 top 10s. Again, that's out of 4 races for Christopher Bell, but an average finish of 17.5. But I feel like that's one where he can outperform the stats that he's given.
Right.
But again, a guy like Kevin Harvick, he's got the most starts out of anyone in the field, 42 starts, the highest average finish of those not locked in already. Kyle Larson has the highest average finish at 12.8. Kevin Harvick right behind him, 13.1. And again, you can't necessarily count the Fords or SHR out anymore.
No.
Because Harvick has come to play these last 2 races.
Yeah.
And if Truex has to race Harvick directly as a competitor to beat the bubble, man, I would be afraid when Harvick statistically on paper is better than you at that track.
I think there's going to be so much to watch. I don't know where I'm going to be watching because I'll be watching Truex, seeing if he's making it past that bubble. I'll be watching the front because obviously the battle for the lead is going to be great the whole time, I imagine. I don't know. I'm going to need like a couple sets of eyes, I think, to watch the whole race.
Also, something interesting, Kyle
You'll
Larson.
be watching from a suite though, for the record.
We'll be
That's
watching
what's
the
true.
suite. Yeah. I'm going to bring ear protection, though, still.
Yeah.
I feel like you still have to go out and experience Bristol in full.
Yeah. I'll be bringing some too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be sweet.
Kyle Larson in 2021 won the 3rd race of the playoffs, which was at Bristol, and went on to win the title. That's the only time, I believe, someone has won at Bristol in the playoffs to go on and win the championship. And important to note, too, the last 3 winners at Bristol, Chris Buescher last year, who was not in the playoffs. He's in the playoffs now. Kyle Larson in 2021, Kevin Harvick in 2020. So that'll be interesting to watch. I'm curious to see how Chris Buescher follows up. I think the RFK cars are going to be good again.
Yeah. I mean, looking at Brad's stats, though, it's kind of interesting for one of the longest tenured guys. He only has 8 top 10s, average finish of 16th. Not exactly his best track. But Buescher, in only 4 starts, has 1 win. So something to look out for.
How do you think Bell feels? Like, do you think he's like gone in and said, "I want my pit crew back"?
No. And the only reason why is because I just don't
He
think
wouldn't say it.
Yeah, it wouldn't do him any good. They'd be like, okay,
I mean,
well.
Ty Gibbs's crew had been amazing, like top 3 all season long, and boy, have they! Just
I think for
stunk it
morale,
up.
you just stick with it and you go, all right, there's no way 3 races in
So
a row.
you're basically saying like you're playing roulette, and at some point it's got to go.
Exactly, it's got to hit red.
or-
Yeah, exactly. It's got to hit red sometime.
Like he just has had the worst. Like Toyotas overall
Yeah,
have just had some bad luck.
that is interesting.
Well,
Do
I
we-
guess I should say it's JGR.
Yeah. Do we get into picks?
We
Well,
get into picks.
People want your pick.
I saw someone
I know.
said they want my pick.
Also, I wanted to introduce
AJW.
ourselves to
to
Tony. Yeah.
Yeah, who are these fools?
I'm Dalton. That's Andrew, and this is Travis.
These are the fools.
and we host 30 Mile Live.
But he said fools. It could just be 2 of us. One of us he might like.
It has to be
Yeah.
all.
Well, still no answer. I think they stopped watching on who the guy who's more annoying than Denny is.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to say it's Travis.
It has to be.
Hold on a second. Who thinks Denny's annoying?
Yeah, I know. That's
we did have someone
this
defend
fan
us.
said that.
AJW was like, "What fools?"
Oh yeah,
Thanks,
I
AJ.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
AJW is the one that wants to know your pick.
Also, our good friend Double O
Oh, is he back?
Double O Music is back. Actually, they were the one.
He
Yeah,
said
he called
these,
us the goats.
These fools are the goats.
Oh,
That's nice.
sweet, good deal. Let's see. Picks for this. I took a gut feeling last week. Can I lead off with the picks?
You can-
I mean,
you-
you're the champ.
I'm the
Is,
champ.
is that how it works on DBC?
No, it's reversed.
Well,
Has anybody on DBC made a correct pick this year?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
someone predicted recently.
someone got the
Was
winner.
Brett, wasn't it?
Who is winning your guys' deal?
TJ, I want to say, is
It's TJ
winning
by a lot, isn't it?
10 wins in terms of he picked the highest.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So you could finish. He maybe not predicting the winner, but pick the highest. Do we do it in reverse order, like DBC? No repeats. Is that the rule?
I think
Should
so.
we make this a game?
So then Travis would go
Good,
first.
because I ain't picking Bubba.
And wait, hold on, hold on. Are we truly doing this DBC style where you can't pick the same driver again,
Why not?
Great.
Why not? Let's.
or should we just
I'm-
best man wins?
But
every week.
Can for the record, can I at least say that Bubba was crushing it?
Yeah.
I was
He
looking
was.
so good.
He was. I was
So
I was
good.
watching Blaney all week. Like, come on, man, don't make me look stupid. And he
Ugh.
finished relatively good.
And then when he had the tires, it's like,
Yeah.
oh. And then I had to root for Reddick and Hamlin. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
How-
we.
what are we
I
doing
think
the
we
rules
just
here?
Go, I think we just go best.
Just
of.
no. So you can't.
Yeah.
repeat.
Brandon, who should go first?
We'll let DBC.
DBC
Oh,
rules.
okay, all right.
So I
DBC
pick
rules.
last.
All right, so you pick last, and we can't pick the same driver. So you're up, Hoss,
I was not looking at any. Man.
and it
let's
has to be a
see.
playoff driver.
No.
Okay.
Just race winner.
I'll guarantee
Cool.
you that it's a playoff.
Guess what?
driver
Mine's
that
going to be a
wins.
playoff driver.
I'm gonna pick a playoff driver. Though. I have 3 names circled.
3.
Yep. There's one I would pick first.
I'm gonna go with Byron.
Okay.
I think they're just. He just always finds a way to, and he hasn't won in I feel like a while.
All right, Byron at Bristol. I don't know about that one. I don't know.
Well, what's your pick?
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna curse if you say my driver's name.
Please say it.
You already did it last week.
I
So let's
know.
not do it again this
Did we
week.
bleep that out last week?
It's
I think
like,
we did. It's live. Oh yeah. forgot
I
about that.
am gonna go
I bleeped
with.
it.
Oh, you did?
Drum roll, please. Brrr, Brad Keselowski.
Shit! Damn it!
I almost said Brad K.
Ah!
You should say Busher then.
Oh.
Gosh, I'm like, it's Keselowski was my gut feeling.
And what's
driver.
funny is just 10 seconds ago, I was like, I don't know about his stats, but
Damn it.
I got a feeling.
Oh.
Here's the thing though: is if you think Brad's gonna be up there, then Busher's got to be one of your like.
I
Possible
know,
picks.
I know.
Do it.
All right, the 3 names I circled. 3 names I circled were Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Chris Buescher.
Boucher.
Chris Buescher. I know.
That's creepy, man.
Like Keselowski, yeah, it is pretty creepy. Dang.
Pick Bubba.
Shoot. A few people have, I'm going to regret this. Like, last week was easy. Tyler Reddick was a gut feeling. I'm like, I'm just going to go with him.
Hey, there's a guy at the top of the
James
list that's
said
pretty good.
Kyle Busch. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Larson is good. Like, you can't ignore Larson, too. Oh, man. You know what? If I was going to pick Brad, that means I think the RFK car is going to do well. I'm going to pick last year's winner, Chris Buescher.
All right. You heard it here first.
I was going to drop the F-bomb, but I'm like, I don't know
Nice.
if I can do that 2 weeks in a
I
row.
tell you what, Harvick's sitting at +7, and man, I hope he can just stay alive. Just
Yep. Just get there. Just
like
keep
if he's
chipping
gonna
away.
if he's gonna win a race, like I want to see him do it while he's still alive, or not
While he's still
alive in the playoffs. Alive in the playoffs.
Wait,
Oh
who's
my
still alive?
Gosh,
Harvick.
Kevin Harvick becomes the first posthumous winner.
I don't want to see him get eliminated, and then like the following week or whatever, then he wins a race. Like that would just be brutal.
Yeah.
It's his final year. Truex is coming back. He's won. Like, hey, let's just, and selfishly, it would help Denny if Truex isn't there. So I'll root for that. But
Okay. All right.
I'm curious though, who do you think gets eliminated.
Oh yeah. Okay. Eliminated. Well, that's
I think we can. I think we can
easy.
agree on no. I think we're in agreement that McDowell and Stenhouse aren't.
Hold on. But Ricky Stenhouse is good at Bristol.
Yes, he is.
Pick him
There's
to win.
anyone who can. I know. It's almost like I wasn't even
You won't
looking
do
at
it,
any of the
coward.
drivers in the red. If there's one driver who can race their way from the cut line up and into the top 12, it's Ricky
Oh,
Stenhouse.
can I redo
at
my
Bristol.
pick?
No.
Let me redo it.
No.
Let me redo it.
McDowell?
Let me redo it.
Who do you want?
Can I redo it?
No. But who are you going to do?
Can I redo it, Dalton?
I say yes.
What?
I'm here for the
Brandon, can I?
No, you can't. You're locked in.
Well, I don't do DVC.
No, that's
I'm
what we're
I'm
basing it off
repicking.
of
Well, you
DVC
should.
rules.
'cause
I'm
it's
repicking.
great.
Micah's shaking his head.
Yeah. Oh, Micah says yes. I'm picking Martin Truex Jr. to win.
No, you can't do that.
Yep.
No,
Did
it's
it.
locked in.
I did it.
Why?
Because if I'm wrong and he's already eliminated, I can get. I don't have to worry. Buy
All
him to
right.
pick later.
Yeah.
No, but we can
Nope.
repick.
Nope. You said you can't repick.
No, you can. So you can pick Byron every week if you
I
wanted.
thought you said you can't.
No, that's what we
No,
determined.
no, no. But it's DVC picks.
I thought you said,
No, no, no.
We could
no. Then
repeat.
we talked to Brandon.
and then we talked.
Can someone
to
in the
Brandon
chat
said
get
that?
us straight? Because obviously the three of us have no
Hold
idea what the
on.
hell's going on.
So wait, actually, I feel okay. Then I feel pretty good about saving Kyle Busch.
Yeah, I would feel good about saving Kyle Busch or Kyle Larson or Denny Hamlin or William
Okay.
Byron. Yeah, you're all right. You're good.
All right,
Yeah.
if we're doing DBC picks,
Yeah.
but that's. I've shot down changing picks.
Well, this isn't.
How did you let him do that?
I just told him not to.
Oh yeah, he just said no.
Travis
Mike is-
plays by Denny rules where he's always right.
You're picking Byron. You're
Nope.
picking Byron.
Pick Martin Truex Jr.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care one bit.
Kurt Kell said you said DBC rules, and that's
I
DBC
didn't say
rules.
DVC rules.
I said DVC rules.
No, but we all determined that's
someone
how it
said
was
one
gonna be
one
done.
free mulligan.
Yeah.
Double O Music said that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go against him.
He's
All
our
right.
guy.
He's literally.
They actually, you know what? I'll let them be the commissioner. So everyone gets one free mulligan. That means I also get a repick, but you don't get one again.
Like
Like what? We lost somebody.
Thought I heard some.
hello.
Yeah. Dustin, you say something?
Breakfast ball. I love that.
No? Who
Well,
said
a
that?
good breakfast
Oh.
ball, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with you want to repick once. I literally waited. It's not like I called you guys Sunday morning and said, "Hey, I want to change my pick."
No.
I changed it on the show.
But that means if I pick first next week, which I won't because Busher's going to win, and if I feel like I want to change my pick, I can.
Yeah, go for it.
I
Once.
support that.
You don't
Once-
get to do it again, though.
Yeah, you're done.
So now,
You're
for the rest of
done.
the playoffs,
That's fine.
the name you say, you're locked in.
That's fine.
Okay.
What
cool.
are you? The
Hello from Montana.
Oh, Montana.
What's up,
did
Montana?
I see someone from like
Oh, yeah, we had
Curacao.
we
yeah
had some-
Curacau's?
Curacao.
cool.
I love the drink.
That is pretty neat.
Is it blue there? Blue Curacao? Dang. All right.
I'm telling
That's
you, though.
enough.
All right, so who gets
You
You know
eliminated?
what? I
Achilles
think Brad
jokes.
Keselowski's going to win. Oh, yeah, who gets eliminated? Gosh, what a great tangent we just went on. Bubba. I'm sorry, Freddie. Bubba gets eliminated.
Wow,
I will say, while he is
Curlin
good,
says you guys suck.
while he is good at Bristol, I say Ricky Stenhouse gets eliminated, as does Michael McDowell. Here's where I'm going to go out on a leap. I think
Out on a leap.
Out on a limb.
I think out on a limb.
He's going to leap
out
out on a limb.
I'm going to take a leap here.
He's going to take a leap
yeah,
of limb.
That works. How do I ask
On a
questions
limb of
for a
faith.
living?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
I say while he's only plus 13,
Oh,
Christopher Bell drops below the cut line,
that was going to be my pick.
and
Wow.
Martin
Thanks for
Truex
taking my
Jr.
pick.
No, you can have the same picks.
Martin
for this.
Truex
No,
Jr.
I'm sticking with
makes
what
it.
I had. I think Kevin Harvick isn't going to advance.
Oh,
For my original bracket, I had
Harvick
Michael
out.
McDowell,
All right.
Ricky Bubba, and
I'll stick
Kevin
with
Harvick.
my original bracket. I say Tyler Reddick gets eliminated.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Good luck with that.
McDowell and Stenhouse. See you later. Martin obviously is going to advance because he's going to get a win. Bubba advances. It's Logano,
Oh.
Logano and Harvick.
Oh.
Logano and Harvick. See you
Harvick.
later.
Really?
Yeah,
How does Bubba advance from minus 19?
he gets more points.
Like, you think they're going to points race? Is he going
I think the Fords are going to have some issues.
to? Okay. Interesting.
Bubba, I mean, Bubba
man.
gets. Let's watch him get like top 5 first stage. Something's gonna happen. I have faith in Freddie, unlike you.
Sorry, Fred. I'll see you this weekend. I'll let you know that I'm rooting
You call him
for him.
Fred?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't call him not to his
You've heard
face.
him,
I want you
Mr.
to.
Fred.
But like
Mr. Kraft?
for DBC picks or sometimes on the show sheet, I'll write Fred instead of Freddie. Just because it's
'cause it's
quicker to
shorter.
type.
Yeah.
I don't think he's noticed it yet.
Can you once just call him Fred?
I'll call him Fred
Yeah.
on the show. Should I call him Fred on the show?
Maybe a Frederick.
See if
Frederick.
he notices. Frederick.
Just drop it once.
Yeah.
Subtly.
Okay. Cool. I'll do that. Everyone, stay tuned for that on DBC.
So James, I don't know how you pronounce his last name.
Give it a shot.
Melee. McDowell, Stenhouse, Bubba, and Bell get eliminated.
All right.
Walter Hobbs has Blaney gets eliminated. Mark his words.
Mark my words. Is that
And
a threat?
Our boy Double O. McDowell, Stenhouse, Bubba, Logano.
And then 480 SpongeBob says Harvick, Logano, Truex, and Larson make it into the
So
championship.
he's calling a shot, even past
Calling a shot.
even past this.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Interesting.
Oh, wait,
Harvick's got to
so
make to the next round.
I
before
will
that
offer
happens.
this out. I don't think it's going to matter if any of you guys want to take Byron as a non-mulligan use. Since he's now available, you can change your pick without using your
No,
mulligan.
I'm
I'm not
sticking with
taking
my
him.
pick.
I'm taking
Can
him.
you change your pick so I can change mine
No.
to Brad Keselowski?
Absolutely not.
Do you want to have Busher?
You're bad.
No.
Yeah, you want to trade? I'll give you $10.
Okay.
No.
Some guy named Brandon says Bell's going to win the race.
I think Brandon's wrong.
You
and
literally
I think
could have
he
just
should
yelled.
stay on his side
You
of the
mean
studio.
that guy Brandon right there?
Yes, he's
Yeah.
messaging.
Yeah.
Yeah, 480 SpongeBob. You got to cheer on Harvick.
Yeah. Also, I want to talk a little bit about, now that we've kind of gone through this, some of the podcasts that have come out this week. And just great content all around. I think I'm a little bit biased in saying that because it's my job. But the Tuesday show was just a riot.
It's
for Dale Jr.
becoming
It was
a
so
favorite
funny.
part of my week.
The music playlist thing, I was going through my music playlist, like making them private so that no one can.
Really?
The whole time I
Are
was
you
just waiting.
embarrassed?
Yeah,
Somewhat.
hold on a second.
They're in progress.
Let's dive into
Show us
this
one of
here.
these.
They're in progress.
Open it up. Do it.
Okay, so I have a couple good ones that I'm not afraid to share.
Dalton's
No.
playlist.
Show us, share us one of the ones that are private now. That
Okay,
wasn't.
so here, I'll go through some of the ones that weren't, and then I'll tell you some of the ones that were to give some context.
Can't wait to hear
Okay, so
Christina Aguilera, Jessica Simpson.
so there's a playlist that I have of songs that I remember from being a kid.
Crying
My
in
family
shower
owned a Ford
playlist.
Explorer. It was a 90s Ford Explorer, so I have a playlist called 90s Ford Explorer of 90s and 2000s best hits, blah, 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 stuff like that.
That's a cool song title right there.
90s Ford Explorer, yeah.
90s Ford
I have
Explorer.
one that's this is probably my favorite one.
Mom
It's
won't let me have pizza.
404 playlist not found.
Ah.
And it's like all like Nickelback and Creed and like my guilty
Did you
pleasures.
go to Nickelback last night?
No, but it would have been awesome.
It wouldn't have, but
Well, I have a playlist called I've Never Been in a Fight, and that is my workout playlist because I'm not tough at all. But anyways, so I have a couple of those, right? I have one that's called like Country Music Sucks in that SpongeBob font because I don't think country music sucks.
Yeah.
But some of the ones that were hidden, let's see. What was a good one? Awkward AF Middle School Dance. Because that was like all the bangers from the
Make sure-
mid 2000s, your Keshas and your Pitbulls and
make sure you leave room for Jesus in that dance.
exactly. I have one that is Pop is Okay Sometimes. Some
So it's
Justin
like
Bieber.
guilty pleasures.
Yeah, this all kind of guilty pleasure stuff.
What about your best of? Do you have like a best of Taylor Swift?
No, but I just would shuffle the Taylor
See,
Swift
I don't have like
podcast
I have
for that
like
one.
no playlist. One, I'm a Pandora guy.
That's interesting.
That's you know what? That is just wrong.
Hold on a second.
No.
Wait, what's wrong? Did I use Pandora?
Yeah.
Let me finish. My brother has a family account. They give you 6 accounts. There's 5 of them. There was one extra. I have a premium account for free.
Yeah, but you can't
So,
like make
on the
playlists,
same-
can you?
You can make playlists. I have one labeled drinking.
So like, what if you wanted to play a specific song? Could you do that?
Yeah.
On Pandora?
Yes.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
know that. See, because I thought of old
So wait,
Pandora
how's
where
it
it was like
different?
Jimmy
Yeah, like
Buffett.
just
and then it
radio.
just- yeah, exactly.
So how's it different than any other music app? I guess it's not.
It's not.
I mean, it's
Oh,
a little different how you like.
cool. That's fun.
The interface and stuff is different, but yeah, I can make a playlist. I can also just search like Morgan Wallen and it'll play songs that are similar. Now, I don't know if you can find like There are curated playlists on there that people make, I think.
I will say Spotify, I do have a bone to pick with them. That
Are you listening, Spotify?
it's when you make a curated playlist for me, I want it to be songs that I don't listen to all the time. So if it's like your country playlist, if I listen to the song all the time, I want to
Right,
hear
like
new
if you're
stuff.
But how do they
change
know what you
something
listen to?
They do the
I feel like-
Spotify rap
I
thing at
feel
the
like
end of every year.
Apple knows the same thing. I'm an Apple Music listener, and
Oh,
when I-
that's so dumb.
when
It's funny that all three of us are different.
yeah, that is interesting. I've got a buddy who's YouTube Music, and that's just psychotic.
That's okay.
Is he in
That's
prison?
strange.
Like
Yeah,
that's
he's
like
in
the
prison.
strangest thing.
It is weird.
It's like using Groove Shark.
and
Does anybody
then
remember
and then
Groove
also,
Shark?
by the way, here's another funny little tidbit. This is a different friend of mine. Yesterday we were like, wrong answers only. What's on Mike's fun playlist?
Mm-hmm.
And I said 10 hours of box fan. I know someone who at their end of the year Spotify rap, their top song was 10 hours box fan.
Because they use it when they sleep.
They use it when they
Yeah,
sleep.
see, I
Why don't they just download an app?
yeah, exactly. Like, why ruin your
and then
Spotify rap?
they were like, everyone's sharing their Spotify rap, and they couldn't because they were
10
embarrassed.
hours box fan.
It was 'cause it
Number
was
one
10 hours
artist is
box
Sound
fan.
Effects 101 or whatever.
And then you listen to 10 hours box fan for 10 hours. You could have played it once.
Yeah, why don't you look?
Uh.
So do you think they sleep for 10 hours? Because they could probably get like an 8-hour.
8-hour
probably.
box fan. I don't know.
Just the 1 hour on a loop. I don't know why it has to
Yeah.
be 10 hours.
Or they could
Someone-
just get a box fan in your room.
Someone asked us a question in the chat that is a little bit more on brand. What do we think about the 2024 schedule? And is Sonoma moving?
I'll let you know when I release it.
Montreal,
So,
Rockingham for All-Star?
I at least heard from Bob Pockris that we're going to be getting the schedule within the next couple of weeks, I want to say.
Yeah, within the next like
Great
30
news
weeks.
there.
Yeah.
Sometime
What's on it?
before
What's on it?
February.
I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say Chicago is back based on how they're selling tickets and promoting the race. And, I mean, it seems like it's still all systems go to have Chicago back.
Street
Whether
course,
it's the
you're
same street course. Yeah.
It's interesting
But-
because Denny was saying that with how the car is racing right now, Chicagoland would be the perfect track for this car.
Man, I miss Chicagoland.
Yeah. Would love to
I
have it
miss
back.
it. And by the way, the Supercross, Super Motocross Championships, they're going to Chicagoland next for race number 2 of 3 in that.
How was that? You went this
Oh,
last
it was
weekend.
cool. It was so cool. And I will say the access that they allowed, if you guys haven't been to a Supercross event or motocross event, you have to go because I was literally like me sitting here as close to Travis as like Travis is a rider and I'm a spectator and we're this close.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
you are on top of the action. It was very neat. And it was like that all around. All you needed to do to have that type of access was purchase a ticket. So I would think they might have something similar for Chicago. I don't know how that is laid out differently than the drag strip per se, but the access, the fan experience at Supercross, Super Motocross is it's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. It
Pretty
seemed
great
like it was a lot of
access.
fun. I hate that I couldn't have gone.
I mean, you could have
I had plans.
canceled.
Schedule next year.
You wouldn't go. It's on a Saturday.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't hate that. I didn't say that I hate that I couldn't go though. I was watching college football.
Well,
Schedule
could've
next
gone.
year.
Don't call me on Saturdays, people.
The schedule next year, we're gonna have to figure out where Fontana goes, what replaces Fontana, as they figure out what they're doing with Fontana.
yeah. It'd be cool if it was Sonoma because the grass is green and they're still in
Oh,
California.
yeah.
It could be a little bit different.
Mhm.
Go out there while it's spring. NASCAR, if you use that idea, just
I hope we go
credit.
back.
credit
Again,
Dirty
like I
Mo
said, I'm
Dalton.
pretty sure Chicago would be coming back based on the stuff I've seen.
I think Bristol Dirt's gone,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yep.
So you
glad
think
to
it
see that
stays?
die.
So it just goes back to regular.
Indy Oval's back.
No,
I mean,
I
these are
think-
things
I
we
think-
know.
I think Wilkesboro maybe takes its place, and then All-Star races. Who knows? Someone said the Rockingham.
I'd love a traveling all-star race. Move it around.
Be good with that.
Give some of these tracks that aren't having.
I think the All-Star race
NASCAR
should be
Cup
like an
races.
endurance race. Do Route 66 as fast as you can.
Mm,
Yeah,
that'd be pretty sweet.
we need.
Well, anyways, we'll see. We'll see what happens at Bristol. We called our shots here in the show. It was documented that I wanted Brad Keselowski, but I will fully take credit if Chris Buescher wins.
I will fully take credit if William Byron or Martin Truex win.
No. You abandoned William Byron.
still gonna
you
take
don't
credit
get
for it.
credit for any of that.
I'm gonna edit the video and post it.
But
afterwards.
anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. Go check out all the Dirty Mo Media shows that are out this week.
Dirty Mo Doe taping tomorrow.
Yep.
Yep. Go Hank
And,
Parker Sr.
and-
interview.
And I
That
heard some
is-
great things from that.
That is, it's up there, top episodes.
Yes.
You heard it from me. It's a big deal.
And we've got some big things on the Dirty Mo Media calendar. Ultimate Experience is this weekend.
Vegas.
Marquee event. Vegas is coming up before we know it. And like we teased last week, this is going to be unlike anything you've seen from our podcast,
And
our platform before, and you won't see it unless you go there.
Never.
Yeah.
Never, ever.
Yeah, we're not recording it. We're not.
I have strict orders to not post anything from the show.
Mm-hmm.
I have plenty
Like
to post before the show, leading up to the show, anything during. I go
To the
complete
people that,
radio silent.
To the people that always say, "Why do you bleep this? Why do you bleep that?" If you go to this Vegas show, there ain't gonna be a bleep button.
And
Not
by the
one
way,
bleep in
there's
the
gonna be a
house.
lot of
There ain't gonna
bleeping.
be a bleep and bleep in the house.
This show is formatted perfectly if you're not planning on going to Vegas right now, or if you are planning on going to Vegas, there's a ticket package for you. We've got VVIP ticket packages, which are almost sold out, which include, meet and greet, hotel stay, tickets to the race, great spot for the Dale Jr. and Friends show.
If you're already going, there's
But
ways
if
to
you're
get
already
tickets,
going,
too.
we've got tickets available on Ticketmaster, Dirty Mo. What is it? DirtyMoMedia.com/live. Go there to check out. And we've got all the ticket options there to go check that out. But I'm telling you guys, and the surprise guests, we're gonna have some cards up our sleeve here. We've got some aces up our sleeve. We're telling you what the show's gonna have, but then not really. You're just gonna have to wait and see. Mike Davis is going to do a magic trick. Actually, maybe not. That's not a promise.
We're gonna
I
saw
can
him in
keep.
half.
We're going to saw him in half.
Yeah.
For real, though.
No, actually.
Yeah. Like, there's going to be no magic. It's going to be painful.
Yeah. Oh well. It'll be fun at least.
Yes. Yeah.
But, no, I'm excited for that.
So, anyways, y'all go get your tickets. We want to see you there. And that's all we got for you today on September 13th, 2023. Thanks for tuning in. Dirty Mo Live.
Out.
Word.